Hey everyone, this is Gary with Junk Removal / Easy Go Junk Removal, and I'm on my way to a job. It's been a couple of interesting days. Yesterday I actually took the day off, and that's one of the things I want to talk to you about is when you work for yourself, it's kind of a feast and famine type of thing, and you really hate to miss work because we all know what it's like to be dry, meaning when the income's not coming in and things slow down, and we tend to take on more than we can do in a day if it comes our way. So we wind up putting in those 10, 12, 14-hour days. And yesterday was one of those days that I could have just been Mr. Lazy all day. And I tend to start feeling yucky about that, like I'm not working, etc. But I've been working for myself for so long that one thing I do know, that it is very, very important to take time off and recharge. And I'm not talking about just not doing nothing, but doing the things that you like to do, whether it's hunting, fishing, hiking, riding a bike, working out. It doesn't matter. You have to recharge, and otherwise your life becomes just this job. And like I've said in the past videos, my thing is to get off this truck eventually, is to own a dump truck and have a crew go out, and while I'm out there looking to make enough revenue for a second and third truck, that's what my goal is. That being said, you still have to take time off and recharge. If you don't, you'll get burned out. I've done that before in the past. When I first started working for myself, and it's almost 30 years ago, I had a landscaping company, and I worked 160 days straight. I took one day off and I worked another 90, and it hit me, man. All I'm doing is working. And in landscaping, a lot of those were 16-hour days, and a lot. And side note here, I actually had a dump truck with my first landscaping company, and did exactly this and didn't see the light. Oops. And I was busy even hauling stuff, but it just didn't hit me until I got to this point in my life, and I said, wow. So the thing to remember is, don't work yourself to death. Take time, reestablish yourself with your family, your loved ones, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever it is. Reconnect. If you don't do that, life's not worth just work. That's my point in all of this. And so that would be my first thing. I'm on my way to Tucson. The last couple of days have been interesting. Yesterday I thought I was going to be off all day. The day before, I gave a bid to a lady for a hot tub, and it's about a 6 foot, not a huge hot tub. Well, she wound up calling me yesterday, and she said it's a go. So I went and got it last night. That was the toughest hot tub I've ever done. I don't know what. It was a cow spa, and it was almost uncuttable. And so about 2 hours, and it was a full price for a full load. About 2 hours I got done, and it was El Solo yesterday. And big old snake under there. At least it wasn't a rattlesnake, but it was a big snake. It had to be 4 or 5 feet long, and it scared me. I jumped like a little girl, like that. And so got to be careful here in the desert. A couple of days back, we had a bunch of concrete, I think I explained it, and there was a big Mojave rattler in there, and they only get about 4 feet, and he was all of that, and he was big, but he never rattled. He just didn't even he didn't seem concerned with me. He just moseyed on. And so I just that's always in the back of my head. We got these things called pack rats, and they are very interesting. They piss and poop all over their areas, and they're just nasty. And it seems like I think I've done 8, 9 hot tubs this summer or this year, and more than half of them had pack rats in them, and pack rats just bring stuff in, a lot of debris and filth. And so that was an interesting. And then on the way back, I got a call when I got done with that. I got a call for some brush, and it was a minimal, but I was able to put it in, and my load, which was maybe halfway full, was about 20% worth money-wise, 20% what I usually charge for a full load. So because the hot tubs are a bit more difficulty in hauling and stuff. So it was a good day yesterday, and so I thought it was going to be a 0 day, and I was accepting that, and I was just kind of hanging around doing yard work and things like that. You can't neglect that kind of stuff, guys. So anyhow, I was enjoying my day, and then of course when work called, I jumped on it. And so today I woke up, walked my dog a little bit, got some things done around the house, and I've had 3 calls, 2 confirmed jobs, and a third she's gonna call me back and let me know whether or not she liked my price. It's interesting, the one I'm going to now actually called, says she has a junk removal company coming tomorrow, but she said, hey, on your ad it says that you can do it many times the same day. And I said, yes ma'am, in fact today I could do that. And so that's how I got this job. I don't know who the other company was, hope I didn't step on anybody's toes, but first come first serve with me. And I'm headed there now. So but I had I've been here twice today. I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. So I drive here, and I hauled here, and all of a sudden I'm 5 minutes away from the house, and I'm going, oh crap, I didn't dump. I had my hot tub and the debris in the back of my trailer. I hadn't dumped, so I had to go had to run to the dump. It's a senior moment, man. I'm 62 years old, and what can I say? I'm laughing now, but I wasn't laughing. I was like, what? Are you out of your mind? What's wrong with you, Nolan? So anyhow, yeah, and so I'm an hour late right now. So one of those moments, it's humbling, actually. It is humbling. So, but I contacted customer, they were cool with it. I just said, hey, I had an issue with the truck, which is true. And and the motor that drives it, me, had an issue. But they were cool with it, and so I'm headed there now. She's paying by credit card, and I always charge a fee with credit card. I'm not one of these guys that charge an outlandish fee. I just want to get my money that I don't that they take out of my thing. So it's not like I make any money charging fees and stuff. I pretty much use the Square. That's my thing. I want to get to a bank. Usually they're a little cheaper, but you have to have so much business for them, and I have a feeling that's going to be down the road. Well, I think that's it for right now. I'll be back, and we'll see how this job goes. All right, so that job is done. That was interesting. Something to just pass on here. I had been contacted by this man's wife first thing this morning, and she said, hey, what's your prices? I gave her the price per truckload. She didn't want to send any pictures, so I just kind of give her an estimate over the phone. I know what my truckload prices are. I get there. Oh, by the way, she says my husband will be there. I left him my card, and I told him about the service fee, and everything's cool. So I get there, and the man had zero personality whatsoever. And he goes, well, I just want an estimate, and you know, just gonna maybe get a couple estimates, and I'll let you know, etc. And guys, this is where you don't want to be rude, but this is where 30 years of working for myself comes in handy. I'm blue collar all the way. I know how to handle customers. I'm excellent with customer service, and so I also know how to handle people like this. People in the trades are similar. We are similar. You know, we kind of say things exactly the way they are. And so I just went into a different mode with him instead of like, oh, well, let me give you I just drove 30 friggin' miles. And as you know, from the last part of this video, I forgot to dump my load and I had to go back and dump it, and then I came back. So technically more like, 55 miles out of my way. And so I just let him know. I go, well, your wife told me to come because she wanted me to haul this stuff. And he goes, well, that's how things are between husbands and wives. And I go, yeah, I totally understand that. She told me that she was good with my price, and I told him what the price was, plus a service fee. I told him what the service fee for the credit card was. And she said, and then I pointed to the things she said she wanted gone. And I directed that conversation into, hey, I can take care of this today. So what I basically did was resell myself on the spot. I took control of the conversation. I didn't want to go there for driving 50 miles out of my way, or even 20 miles out of my way, when it was already a done deal. Now, would have I screamed and shouted? Absolutely not. I'm not like that. Jobs come, jobs go. He said, but by the way, he said he's going to leave me a nice review, and I appreciate that. Ended up really good. He even asked me, he told me, he goes, hey, I know I sounded a little weird at the beginning of the conversation. And I said, no, actually, you did just fine. I understand the difference between husbands and wives. Now I'm greasing them, right? Not so much greasing them. That's a bad way of saying it. I'm pretty much just making the conversation go smooth. There's a way to do that and not come across smarmy and cruddy. And you never get shitty with people. You always stay true to yourself, true to your business, and it worked out fine. My understanding is they have another junk company coming out tomorrow to haul it off, and I leave that between him and them. But the last thing he told me, he goes, don't be surprised if we call you tomorrow. And I said, that's fine. I mean, it's a dog eat dog world out there, and I'm not the one who's I've had jobs taken from me where people said, hey, we're gonna go. I've actually showed up at jobs where the job was done. Nobody called me. That's probably the worst feeling in the world, because well, that leads me to another thing, guys. Number one, you never put this money in the bank until it's in the bank. It just doesn't work that way. Until it's done, it's not done. And so I never absolutely depend on a job until I'm finished. And I never collect on a job before I'm finished. I always collect before I leave. That's a fact. I'm trying to think if there's ever been a time. There may have been one time where I actually, it was a person that I knew, not a friend or anything, an acquaintance of maybe of a friend. And so I went ahead, and they were at work and they couldn't give me their credit card, and so I went ahead and took that chance. That's the chances everybody in business takes. So anyhow, so that job turned out pretty good. It was a full load, and I appreciate it. And actually, I'm going by. I got to figure this one out. I'll be honest with you, because she's got 4 bags. 4 bags. And so, and I'm gonna do it before I go to the dump. So I don't know if you guys ever run into it like that, but I don't always charge. I don't always charge my minimum, especially if it's a little old lady. I'm terrible at that. I don't have a problem at times charging a minimum, and I got a sofa, and it takes 3 minutes to load and stuff. Sometimes these little old ladies, man, they get me. And I don't know. I have to play it by ear. I'll leave you a little video on what happens. She goes, I've got 4 bags, and it's on my way. And so, which brings me into another point. I like doing nice stuff for people. I like giving people stuff. If I know somebody is in need, I like to give them things that I get free. I don't sell everything. I sometimes I'll see something and I go, hey, you know, I know so and such. They were looking for that. I think I mentioned it. I gave a set of bicycles, Schwinn bicycles, at his and her brand new shape bicycles, like not quite mountain bikes, but like mountain bikes, all great, Shimano gears, all that. And I knew a young couple that wanted them, and they were looking to buy, and I just gave it to them. And it makes me feel good. Now, that's not great business, but it's great people stuff. And I'm not in business just to make money. I am in business to make money, but I love meeting people. I like working with people. I like hearing their stories. I like hearing who they are, what they've done in their life, especially the older people. They fascinate me because I'm getting closer to because I'm getting closer to that age, and that's not fair, but it's true. You know, being 62, you're helping these people that are in their 75, 80 years old, 85, 90. Yeah, it makes you think. And so, yeah, I'm always curious. I like meeting people. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know about the saga of the Bagas, because yeah, what I'm gonna do, I don't know. It's not gonna be like 20 bucks. I can't do that, but because if it gets around, that's the other thing, guys. If you know, if you cut your prices too much and it gets around, you know, you gave Mrs. Martin a price of, you know, X amount, and now you're charging me twice as much. And so you got to be careful. You got to feel it out. You got to trust your instincts. And if you don't have instincts, develop them. That's a fact. Develop those instincts so you can read people and you can make good business decisions. Because when you're out here on your own, that is going to be your best friend. It's going to be the thing that you lean on. And if you have a partner in your life, whether or not it's a business partner or wife, girlfriend, or whatever, you want to learn to lean on them too, because they have a different way of looking at things than you do. And you may not agree with it at the end of the day, but that doesn't mean the next day they won't have something valuable to say. So always listen with a keen ear, and try to understand exactly where they're coming from, and see if you can't learn, because I don't have all the answers, I can tell you that. And it's a learn as I go. Pricing is a learn as I go. Like, I'm not even sure what this is going to cost to dump. And it's like, I know it's a semi-heavy load, and so those things kind of play in each other. If it's 20 bucks, I don't worry about it. But I had one the other day that was literally twice what I thought it was going to be. That can't happen every day. You know, that one slipped by me, and that one is something that, you know, what do they say? Education isn't free. So anyway, I'm gonna go do this other quick little job, the saga of the Bagas. All right, guys. All right, so I did that job. Picked up 4 bags, small bags of little black garbage bags, and did my good deed for the day. And so it didn't charge my minimum. Took me 1 minute. I talked to her for a little bit, but honestly, I'm in and out in 5 minutes. It's on the way to where I'm going, and you really can't go wrong. You do a good deed. They don't have to pay got junk, you know, their minimums or anything. This is my community here. I wouldn't go all the way to Tucson and do that, but this is my community, and I don't mind working a little bit with the people I need to work with and to do good. That's me. I know some of you folks out there are going to say, are you out of your mind? And I might be out of my mind. So that's okay though. I like the way I do business, and I like the way things happen for me. This is what I was talking about in the other day, is building relationships. I live in a smaller community. It's about 30,000, 25, and right next door, and I mean right next door, they're all intertwined, is another community of 30,000. So you're looking at roughly 55, 60,000, right? And so I want to build relationships, and when I can do something like that, who knows? She may tell Martha, and Martha may tell Mildred, and Mildred may tell Horace, and Horace. You know, that's how it works. One thing gets around. You know, he's such a nice person, which I try to be, and that's the relationships that I want to build. I want to build a name for myself. You know, he's not all about the money. I'm not all about the money. I am about the money, but not all about the money. It's all about building a relationship, building a quality company, building something that's more than just money. It's a service. I've been in the service business for almost 30 years. We're talking 28 and 29 years old. 29 years in the service business. And it's all about relationships. It's all about what kind of service you offer people. It's how you treat people. It's your ability to convey your business and what you have to offer to the customer, looking exactly what you have and what you offer, and being able to sell them on it. And so part of that is what I just did. And it's no harm, no foul for me to pick this up for what I picked it up for. And so it's all about relationships, and I'm building them one person at a time, because that one person can be worth 10. I've had people in previous businesses be worth 20 people, and that is no joke. I mean, I've had other businesses that people have come my way in droves from just one person. And so you don't know who that one person is. Remember that, because it may be a real estate agent. It may be the top earner real estate agent, right? And that person can bring you business on a very consistent level. You treat them right. You're not all about money. It's all about business, service at a fair price, at a good price. I'm not a lowballer at all. She didn't lowball me. I didn't try to, get that job just because. I did that because I wanted to do that. That was in me to do it. So anyway, I'm on my way to the dumps. I think that's going to be it today. I hope everybody is doing well. And if you would, please like and subscribe to this channel. We're going to have some fun. And I don't know where we're going to go, but the whole idea is to build something out of nothing. I can tell you this, that 8 months ago, this company did not exist here. It was not existent. And I was working at Amazon, and I don't work at Amazon anymore. So out of nothing, we're building something. I don't pretend to be a big guy. I'm not. I'm still a little guy. In fact, I imagine some of you listening to this, you're bigger than me. We can all learn from each other. I'd like to know what you guys are doing. I'd like to know what your thoughts are. If you hear something I say and you don't agree, we don't have to agree. It doesn't matter. It's there's so much to learn here. Not only about junk removal and how to do things, but about business, about how to get new customers, how to make those relationships pop. All right, guys, this is Gary. Please like and subscribe. Have a good one. All right.